everyone. This is going to be part 2 of Benzo Withdrawal questions. I'm 3 months off Xanax and Klonopin. I was only on it for 3 months, but I've been having a hell of a withdrawal recovery. So this is all in my situation. Everybody's different. Benzo withdrawal, as you know or may not know, is really nonlinear and acts as no other drug. So everybody's completely different. So take what I say with a grain of salt and do your research and just go through what you have to go through. But this is my situation, so I'll tell you, what I know and what I feel. I got this question recently. Now, I didn't really have much of a taper at all, but a few weeks. But I got a question that said, is the withdrawal this? Is it the same as? Is withdrawal the same when you're tapering as it is when you're completely off? Yes and no. It's what you're feeling is withdrawal, and you are recovering as you taper. But it's just a lessened version of when you're off. When you're, if you go cold turkey or you're a quick taper like me, you're not getting the joy of tapering, even though you're completely sick and you feel like you can't take anymore. Just realize what it would be like if you jumped off without any taper. So yeah, it's basically the same thing, but being off and a quick taper is just a hell of a lot worse. And you're probably going to get a lot more symptoms once you're off. Like me, I can't relate to people who taper. I can to a point. I talk to a lot of people that taper, and we have great conversations. But it's completely different because I'm suffering from every single symptom there is. Whereas somebody who's tapering might not be getting everything bombarded on them. I suggest a taper if you can. I would have liked to taper longer, but honestly, I was so sick. Like I said, I was only on the benzos for 3 months, and it was horrible. I was so sick. I couldn't even barely function. So then it was tapering was even worse, and of course, now as I realize now, my head is so screwed up. I can't even go out to work. I take 5-minute walks every day, and that's about as much as I can do because of my heart rate. When I was starting to taper, I was able to still work. I didn't know what I had, basically, but it felt so awful that I had to get off. But if I knew now, I would probably still be tapering, and I'd still be able to work. Anyway, so there's that. Another question I get is fast heart rate normal? Yeah, absolutely. With me, it's completely insane. It's starting to fluctuate now, which is good. It's not constantly fast. Today I took my walk and it was like 130 to 140, and to an athlete, that sounds insane, but to me it was okay. I mean, it was normally 150, 160 when I take a 5-minute walk. So, it's going down. I mean, the other day it was only at like 120 while I was walking. So it's going up and down now after 3 months. So I imagine in time it'll just get better and better. Adrenaline, it's definitely like with me, my heart rate, it's weird. I have to be careful with it. I got tests. I always suggest get tests if you're really worried about it. I managed to get an echo test and a heart rate monitor and some blood work, and it came out fine. So yeah, heart rate is insane. Just expect it. Don't do too much exercise because you're just going to make yourself worse. That's another thing. That's another question. Can I exercise during withdrawal? Yeah, you can, but listen to your body. That's the thing. I was trying to fight what my body was telling me, thinking it would make it better. and I was making myself worse. At least that's what I think the issue was. But now every day or every other day or even 3 days, I just take a 5 minute to 20 minute walk, depending on how I feel and how my heart rate's going. With my head being so messed up and being so dizzy, and the DPDR stuff, and I mean, it's too bizarre, and it makes my anxiety higher and so forth, and there goes the heart rate. So at least when I sit now, it goes back to, somewhat normal. A little high, but way better. What kind of medication can you take during withdrawal? Now I ended up getting stuck on Remeron for sleep, and I started that pretty much like a week after I, no, 2 weeks after I got off. Sirens. I got it for really bad insomnia, and I regret ever getting on it. But you'll probably know that from all my other videos. I suggest do your best not to be on any other medication if you can, because you're probably going to regret it. I mean, I get it. I didn't sleep for a week. I had to do something because I had to work. So sometimes you just have to get on something. I mean, if your heart is just out of control. Luckily, mine slows back down when I sit, so my doctor didn't suggest meds. But for a lot of people, you might have to get on a beta blocker. My cholesterol's through the roof now, but that could be from the Remeron. It could be from Benzo Withdrawal. I don't know. As of right now, my arteries are clear and just high cholesterol, so I just have to be careful. I mean, my diet's good, so we'll just have to be careful and get tested again in a few months and start on some healthy supplements. But right now, I'm not taking anything. Don't start taking medicine for depression. If you weren't really depressed before, don't take it now, because it's not going to help. I mean, that's not from experience. That's just from experience and research. I've had the last 3-4 months to research and talk to people, and nobody ever does good on getting on an antidepressant. Anxiety. I mean, don't get on anxiety medicine because you're healing. So it's silly to get on something. People like, what about Buspar, whatever you pronounce that? It's mild. And it's like, well, it's not going to help. It's just not going to help. The only thing I do for anxiety is L-theanine. That helps a little bit. I would say if my anxiety is 100%, it probably helps 6%. And hell, I'll take it. I still don't take it often because I still believe anything you take can hinder your recovery. I really don't know that to be true, but it could. L-theanine is not supposed to be bad for recovery. It is not on the no list. So a lot of people ask me about valerian root and chamomile, and they're both no. Don't do either one of them. I mean, people still make it through withdrawal and recovery using that stuff, but it's on the list that says no because it messes with the receptors and stuff. So don't want to do that. This is all stuff I've read online, and not just from people, but from research. Facts of research. At first, I drank chamomile for like a month, and I guarantee that I would drink like half a cup of chamomile tea at night before I went to bed, and it helped me sleep. With the Remeron. And then one night I drank a whole cup, and my symptoms went crazy. So I researched it and realized that it's not good. So I think the smaller amounts didn't bother me too much. But once I drank the whole, oh my God, it was so bad. It's that buzzing energy, Oh, it's just horrible. Um, I've been learning about lately cortisol and leaky gut syndrome and stuff like that. I've been having issues with not being able to eat too much, other than super clean foods. I can eat chicken and pork as for meat, but I've been having really bad problems with beef for some reason. Still don't know why. That's really a new issue of mine. Um, Somebody mentioned leaky gut. So I did a little research, and it's excessive amounts of cortisol and the stress and inflammation can basically erode the lining of your intestines, and it can heal. And when that lining is gone, that means anything bad can get through it, and then pretty much makes you sick. Um, let's see. Somebody asked about losing hair. Now, I'm not losing my hair. It's hard to tell. I brush my hair and a lot comes out, but it always has. I mean, since I have really long hair. Some people do start losing their hair in benzo withdrawal. It's not bizarre. It's not some weird situation, but I've seen a lot of people tend to start losing their hair. Not bad, but you'll get patches of hair that come out. There's vitamins for it, but again, I don't suggest vitamins and stuff when you're first in recovery. Yeah, it's just anything can mess with you. Let me see. What about pain medication? I don't suggest it as much as I'd like it. I mean, I take ibuprofen and I take aspirin. I try to miss a day with it and then take it the next. But I'm always in pain now. That just started last month. I'm always in pain, and it's not good. It always feels it's really rough, like intermuscular pain. It's hard. I couldn't imagine pain meds really helping it much, so I wouldn't suggest that. But 3 months later, I'm probably my physical symptoms are better off. My mental symptoms are not. They're probably getting a little bit better from a week ago, but that goes up and down. I only wish it gets it starts to get better. Anxiety is starting to slow down, but it might just go right back up. It all depends. I mean, I'm only 3 months out. Even though I was only on benzos for 3 months, I had no idea that it was going to be such hell. So, it's one day at a time with this. So just take it one day at a time. Um, we all have to learn to accept that we're in this situation, which is not something I've done yet. So hopefully soon I can start to accept it and maybe feel a little better. Stress will kill you. I'm always under stress, and it makes me so much worse. My mind just jolts with stress and anxiety. You just take it one day at a time. Do the best you can. Watch my other videos and see where I'm going with this. I pretty much post every day. It's very therapeutic for me to do. Keep distracted. I do my best to be distracted. It's hard though, but in the time right now I'm moving across the country 3 months out off of benzos. That sucks. But there was no good time to do it. I couldn't do it 3 months ago when I was first getting off. I couldn't do it before that. 3 months later I can't. I have to go back and be, by family and friends. So hopefully once that stress is done, I can really start to heal. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do today. I just wanted to do a few questions that I've been getting, and I'll do more in the future. Just keep coming back, asking questions, and come say hi anytime. Later on, guys.